You got a favorite poison?
The Golden Phoenix Sling.
Oh, a man of taste, are we? Excellent choice. There you go. What can I get you?
I'm looking for Tong.
Everyone wants to talk to Tom. Check the VIP lounge upstairs.
You've got to be kidding me. The owner of the most popular club in Hengsha has his office in a smelly old basement?
Mr. Tong is conscious of his roots. He likes everyone who does business with him to be conscious of them too.
Right. From the bus, give a bit.
只是我啊，还是今晚的酒速度太高了。
我的确是从 VIP 房间拿来的。
Shit, it's gone. My pocket secretary.
对，那又怎样？
那个怎样？
最会演戏。
就在楼上走的那个。
穿迷彩服的那个，你开什么玩笑
You work here?
Yeah, you could say that.
Good. I need to see your boss.
Really? Well, I'm sorry, Guilo. Mr. Tong Zihong sees no one today.
Look, I didn't come halfway around the world to take no for an answer. Do us both a favor and tell me where he is.
Or what? You get mad and tear down a few walls with those enhancements of yours? This place isn't named the Hive for nothing. It's got plenty of worker bees come out of the paneling to stop you. What is it you think Mr. Tong do for you anyway?
I'm looking for someone. A cybersecurity specialist named Ari Van Bruggen. You know him?
Never heard of him. What'd he do? Steal your girl? Owe you money?
He had a job go bad, and now he's on the run from the people who hired him. But you knew that already, because a man like Mr. Tong doesn't hire idiots. And this is the first place people like Van Bruggen come when they need help. So stop wasting my time and take me to Tong.
You've got it backwards, boy. You're wasting my time. Van Bruggen is minor league player. Tong knows who he is. He just don't care. He's got bigger things to worry about.
The people hunting Van Bruggen work on an international scale. If he's not on your radar yet, then Tong is way behind. I can help him catch up, but only if we pool our information.
Don't try to bullshit a bullshitter. Van Bruggen's the only game in town. You know it, I know it, so of course Tong knows it. You can tell us nothing we don't already know. The only thing a guy like you get in China is a bullet in your thick skull. Do yourself a favor and run home while you still can.
Being an outsider here gives me the advantage. I got backup and support that nobody else knows about, plus some resources of my own. Your boss can gain from all this, but only if you let me see him.
That might be true, but your skin color always will be a handicap in China. Van Bruggen has the same problem, which is why we took pity and gave him a safe place to hide out. Now you can leave here with dignity. You know more than you came in with. Just don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
All I need from Van Bruggen is information. The same information his enemies are trying to keep from getting out. There's no point in them going after him anymore once he tells me what he knows. So if Tong lets me see him now, in the long run, it'll make his life easier.
I got to admit, using you to get them off our back is an attractive idea. But right now, I don't trust you enough to know you won't make things worse. So, go spend those corporate credits of yours at the bar, maybe, and find the right words to convince me. Maybe by the time you do, I'd be in a better mood to listen. Give me a break. I said come back later, not after 3 seconds.
You got a favorite poison?
Give me a Shanghai gut punch.
Talking about the drink, right? There you go.
You again?
I still need to see your boss.
Yeah. About Van Bruggen, I know. But like I say before, you're wasting everyone's time. Mr. Tong don't care about Van Bruggen. He's a minor league player. Tong got bigger things to worry about.
You expect me to fall for that? Small-timers don't attract this much attention. They don't have bell tower soldiers staking out their apartments. Van Bruggen's pissed off somebody big. And there's no way Tong's going to ignore that kind of development in his town.
You're smarter than you look. Yeah. Tong is keeping a close eye on things. Like you said, he's no fool. Now it's time you were leaving. Go back to your own country. There's nothing for you here.
Give me a break. I've been on this island long enough to know that Van Bruggen can't leave without Tong's help. He has to be hiding in Lower Hangsha somewhere, and Tong can tell me where.
Here's how little I care about what you know. We have Van Bruggen, and we're keeping him somewhere safe. It doesn't matter whether you have that information or not, because you got no idea what to do with it. You're trying my patience. You tell me nothing about who you are, who you work for, or what you want from Van Bruggen. And you want me to trust you? Never!
You'll say anything to get rid of me, won't you? There's no way Tom can hold on to Van Bruggen for long. Not with the kind of resources his enemies are throwing into the search. He'll be dead within a week, and Tong with him. Unless somebody, namely me, takes the heat off, and soon.
I wonder if you would say that if you knew the kind of heat the Dragon Queen gives off. But I won't refuse a gift horse when it's staring me in my mouth. Tong's office is downstairs. I'll radio the others to let you through. You see this? Had to screw it up in the fourth. I'm just flushing my money down the pot.
You're Tong?
You only work that out now. Guess you're not as sharp as you think. How about you tell me who you work for? Then I decide what I tell you about Van Bruggen.
Does the name Seraph Industries ring any bells?
Seraph Industries? Isn't that American company stole all the headlines a while back? You're still in business?
Why wouldn't we be?
Check the news. Biotech corporations seem to be failing a lot these days, especially the ones who are making enhancements. Van Bruggen's in the Alice Garden pods. Capsule 301. Place is a rat hole, but it's useful sometimes. Make sure you leave him in the same shape you find him.
And if I don't?
Your call. But those implants of yours might look even more special on somebody else.
Malik, you were right. Tong is helping Van Bruggen. He stashed him in the Alice Garden pods.
Thought as much. A hacker who knows his way around corporate firewalls would make a valuable asset for the Triads. I'm at the pods myself, Jensen. Want me to run interference?
No. Don't put yourself at risk. I'm heading there now.
Hey, leaving already, tough guy? Because you might want to go over to the bar and order yourself a drink before you do. Maybe Bobby will have something for you.
Bobby?
The bartender. The real bartender, that is.
Oh, right. My mistake. Kinda hard to tell one lackey from another in here. You boys all look alike to me.
Watch it, Guaylo. You wouldn't want to die before you get a chance to polish the rust off those high-tech augs of yours.
那些商人能帮你搞到几乎任何东西，尤其是那些不寻常的家伙。
如果你不怕死，可以去问问他们手上都有什么。
这一切都很危险，尤其是如果你喝醉了。业界在国家地区一直行走。
对。
再等一下嘛，等我赚够了钱，我们就可以去找个公寓搬进去住嘛。
那我们现在不得不住在旅馆，难以置信。自从你。
前阵子回纽约的时候，看了电视里面的新闻，有关拍子的内容。
好，不跟你聊了。我听说他们想对那个改变回原来那种。
那我们这些租房的怎么办？把我们都赶出去吗？
他们不能这么做。
Jensen.
What are you doing here, Malik? I told you I got this one.
I know. I didn't do anything. Trust me. Van Bruggen's all yours.
Hang on a second. Something's wrong. What is it? Why are you here?
It's nothing. I mean, can't a girl have secrets?
Of course, but I can tell something's bothering you. And I'm concerned. What's going on?
I just had to look into something. For a friend. She deserved better.
I'm listening.
Fine, since you're so damn curious. Years ago, I used to live here, remember? My friend, my best friend, Evelyn. She was like a sister to me. Made living here fun. But then there was an accident. She's dead.
I'm sorry, Malik.
Wait, Jensen, let me finish. I thought I was okay with it, but I know she didn't just die. She was killed. Murdered. Her damn scumbag boyfriend did it. I know he did. I knew he was trouble right from the start, but she just wouldn't listen to me.
Malik, easy. If your friend was murdered, the police would have suspected something. They would have investigated.
That's just it. There was no investigation. They said she fell down a flight of stairs like it was some kind of freak accident. But her wounds, the way she died, they don't add up. It's right here in the damn blood spatter analysis.
Blood spatter? You've seen the police report?
Yes. A friend left a copy of it in a pod here for me to pick up. Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but I think there's been a cover-up. I just have to prove it. If I could get my hands on the autopsy report, the one that never surfaced, I know I'd get the truth. Except...
Why do I suspect I'm about to get dragged into something?
Look, Jensen, I'm sorry. I know Van Bruggen is the priority here, and I told you it was my business and I could take care of it. It's just... The more I think about it, the more I realize I'm in over my head. I'm just a pilot. I'm not a damn cop. But I need to know the truth.
Tell me about Evelyn.
She was beautiful, carefree, loved to have a good time. I met her during my internship for a private transportation and logistics firm here in Shanghai. She was a great pilot, too. Knew how to feel the currents, to push the bird just so. Too bad her talents for reading the wind didn't translate to reading guys.
How so?
She was always getting into trouble with the wrong crowds. And it always had to do with some boy. She knew I didn't like him. Her boyfriend at the time, Lee. It drove a wedge between us, and when we parted ways, it wasn't amicable.
I understand.
She was a good girl, Jensen. She deserved better.
Why do you suspect Evelyn's boyfriend had something to do with her death?
Because he was poison, right from the start. Born into money and influence, but never once assuming responsibility for anything. I don't think he's worked an honest day in his life.
So he was a wealthy, pig-headed asshole. If that was reason enough to accuse someone of murder, half the world would be in the pen.
No, there's more to it than that. He's known for violent outbursts, domestic altercations. He nearly killed a kid over some stupid gambling feud. The problem is, his family made him untouchable, even to the police.
And Evelyn was okay with all of this?
She always tried to see the good in people, give him the benefit of the doubt. You could say that's just being naive or even stupid, but I think she was just innocent.
You said you've seen the police report. Who gave it to you?
An old friend who was also a good friend of Evelyn's. He used to work for the Shanghai PD. He left a copy of it along with a few other things concerning Evelyn in a pod here for me to look at. He also left some instructions on how to contact someone at Lim for the autopsy report he's convinced was intentionally buried.
Why would Lim have anything to do with Evelyn's autopsy report?
Well, if you haven't noticed, the Chinese government has been outsourcing branches of its public services for years. Bell Tower polices the streets, and nowadays Lim does more than just cosmetic surgery. They're often contracted for special cases like Evelyn's.
And what made Evelyn's case so special, you think?
Her boyfriend, Lee. He was at the scene. He had Evelyn's blood on him and tested positive for alcohol and drugs in his system. With his rap sheet, it wasn't looking good for him. But his family, they're on a lot of boards with deep pockets and a lot of reach. They wouldn't suffer the embarrassment of having their son indicted on a suspected murder charge.
This autopsy report. Once you got your hands on it, what were you planning on doing next?
I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm a pilot, not a cop. But I felt I had to do something while I had the chance. Maybe once you get the report and we know what it says, we can improvise.
Okay, I'll help. What do you need me to do?
My lead, he works for Lim. He's a systems technician who apparently has access to their entire database. He's willing to hand over a copy of Evelyn's autopsy report.
So you want me to meet him and get the report? Is that it?
Yes, but he'll only respond to a certain phrase. Death and life have their determined appointments. To which he'll reply, riches and honors depend upon heaven.
Christ, Malik, this is starting to sound like something out of a bad spy movie.
I know. He's just trying to protect himself. I didn't pick the damn quote. So just play along and remember the line, okay? You'll find him inside the lobby of the Lower Hengsha Lim Clinic.
Does this guy have a name?
None that I know of. But he apparently goes by the handle Anonymous X. I know.
Anonymous X. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, before I forget, everything concerning Evelyn's incident, newspaper articles, the police report, Lim details, it's all inside pod 009 here in the hotel. You should read over everything if you can.
Pod 9. Got it.
I need to go. Contact me with any updates and... Thank you. I really appreciate this, Jensen.
But many people will find that the Arctic Ocean installation is more risk than certainty. When will we be able to see the truth from ourselves?
As soon as the installation is complete.
If you would like to hear more of my exclusive interview with Hugh
我搞不懂为什么今天找不到人来这里修空调。
是啊，这简直就是倒退
This is
哦。
Eliza Kassan reporting to you live from Picus. It doesn't happen often, folks, but it appears that I may have to retract an earlier statement. Millionaire Hugh Darrow has contacted me personally to deny allegations of involvement. Here's what the man had to say.
My visit to Prague was related exclusively to the project which has consumed all of my attention. Earth's ecosphere is in serious trouble, Eliza. And it's time that we as a species stepped up to make things better. Our best chance at doing this is to modify Earth's ecosystem through a combination of iron.
Forget it, man. You're not my type.
This isn't a booty call, Van Bruggen. This is about you and some friends of yours I met in Detroit.
Detroit? Yeah, okay. I got it now. You at Serif, right? You were there when I had to pull the plug.
So you admit it. You were running the mole.
The heck, man. Just the heck. Worst decision I ever made taking that gig. As you can obviously see.
You attack my people, Windmill. You hope to walk away from this. You tell me what you know.
Down, boy. I've got no allegiance to that backstabbing bitch who hired me. Especially after she painted a target on my back. The girl you want is Zhao Yunru, Tai Young Medical's CEO.
Tai Young Medical? They're Sarif's biggest competition.
How do you think they got that way? Zhao doesn't like competition, see? So she uses hack attacks, blackmail, extortion, anything she can do to destabilize him. No offense, but Sarif was just the latest in a long line.
You got any proof of this?
There's a surveillance recording in the Tai Young Tower. I stashed it on the server in case I ever needed an insurance policy.
Not a very smart place to hide it, seeing as you don't work there anymore.
Things got hot before I could move it. And now, I got you to get it for me. Of course, you can't just walk into that place. You're gonna need an employee card encoded with your biometrics to use the TYM shuttle.
Let me guess. You're gonna tell me where to get one.
Hey, I'm always prepared. There's a certain security guard, likes to dabble with the ladies. You'll find him at the Hung Hua Hotel top floor corner room. Sneak in, snatch the card while he's otherwise engaged, and bring it back here so I can code it with the biometrics in your passport.
I was there when you flatlined that Mo, Van Bruggen. You think I'm gonna trust you?
You have to if you want that evidence. Now run along, Sarif, man. And don't get too distracted watching the action.
As soon as the installation is complete.
If you would like to hear more of my exclusive interview with Hugh Darrow, log on to www.picus.com.
哎，我要去洗个澡。
这么几拳就累了？不会吧？再说，澡堂还没开门呢。
我知道，就说开，我也不怎么想要去。告诉你，我付了那么多的房租，到最后还要跟其他12个笨蛋家伙共用一个浴室。这个地方有很多地方跟那个监牢啊没什么不一样。
那你打算找房东谈谈，还是怎么样？
然，怎么你的声音听起来很沮丧？
我连着5圈都赢，他不郁闷才怪呢。
I'd like to keep going. Should David Sarif be wary of China? Interesting question. My instant reaction is, of course, he should. Everyone should be wary of China. They've been moving in on everything American in the past 25 years, especially since that Dragon Queen Zhao took over TYM. I feel weird even talking about this because when it's all said and done, both Sarif and Zhao are cut from the same cloth. And that cloth is a blood-soaked one, people. Not only because they're both CEOs who profit off people carving themselves up and attaching mechanical toys to their bodies, but because they both answer to our overlords, or order lords, as I like to call them. Hey, look, at the end of the day, one of these two biotech corporations will have a monopoly over the industry. And we all know, whoever controls the technology controls the world. So take a pick of your poison.
Earth's ecosphere is in serious trouble, Eliza. And it's time that we as a species stepped up to make things better. Our best chance of doing it through a combination of ion seeding and geothermal management.
Forgive me, Mr. Darrow, but many people believe that your Arctic Ocean installation is more risk than certainty. When will we be able to see the truth for ourselves?
As soon as the installation is complete.
If you would like to hear more of my exclusive interview with Hugh Darrow,
他火热的气息会把你烧焦的，我的朋友。
Sorry, but for the service you want, you damn well better believe I'm getting my full amount of credits.
Come on, Sweet Pea. I can hardly make my rent this month.
Join the club, Sweet Pea. I wouldn't go upstairs if I were you.
Why not? Wait, don't tell me. May and Edgar going at it again?
Yep. And you know what that means.
Yeah. Edgar in a bad mood. Shame, too, because he can be sweet when he wants to.
I'm always amazed by what May gets away with.
Well, she's earned the right to talk back from time to time. When you've been around as long as she has, you know, she practically ran this place before Chan showed up.
I wish she still did.
You and me both, girl.
No, don't tell me I left my purse in there with May. Hey, mister, you think you could go in there and pretend to be a customer? It might break up the fight.
I told you, I am not getting arguments. Not for this.
Our customers would pay much for the services of an augmented girl. You can make a lot of money.
Then tell customers to get themselves augmented and they can go fuck themselves.
I'm sure some already have. May, look.
No, end of talking. It's too dangerous. I'm not changing myself for someone else's pleasure.
This isn't the end of the discussion. You'll get the surgery done if you want to keep working. Think about that.
Did I tell you that the boss is forcing some of the girls to get off?
Jensen, you got any news yet? You know I hate being left in the dark.
Yeah, I found Van Bruggen. Looks like the Tai Young Medical Corporation hired him and the mercs to destabilize us.
TYM? They already have the lion's share of the global augmentation market. Why use Van Bruggen?
In order to get that share. Hopefully I'll be able to prove it once I get this smart card back to Van Bruggen.
You need backup, let me know.
Access granted.
Stop right there! Try to hit me now!
Ever since Ning went missing, May has been on the warpath.
You're not a customer, are you?
What makes you say that?
The way you move, your attitude.
And what's my attitude?
Police. Or soldier. Someone on business. So why are you here?
I heard your argument. What was that all about?
They want me to get augmentations. For the customer's pleasure. It's sick. I quit before I ever let them touch me.
Sounded like they don't consider it an option.
They don't. I am lucky, I guess. I've been here the longest. It has advantages. But the new girls, they're not so lucky.
What do you mean?
They are forced to get augments. It's very bad. One of the girls who work here, Ning, she has been gone for days. I fear they took her and will force her to get augmented. You seem like a good man. I am desperate. Please, can you help? I can pay you.
What do you need me to do?
I heard the girls are drugged and taken to a place somewhere in Dagong district. There, they're held until the doctor comes. I wish you to find this place, to find where they're holding Ning. I hope it's not too late.
Isn't this a job for the police?
The police leave Lower Hansa to Bell Tower. And Bell Tower not care what happens if criminal pay them money. They don't care about my friend or any of the other girls forced into the sex trade.
Why do you think Ning has been kidnapped?
Before, we could always refuse augmentations. But more and more girls got them, and it brings more money. Now they force us to do it. They won't even hire purebreds like me anymore, because they're not as popular.
Is Ning one of the pure breeds?
Yes. Oh, well, I hope she still is. They started pushing for her to get augments. She say no even when it gets violent. Now I fear they lose patience and will force the operation. Ning's not the first, and she won't be the last.
You keep referring to them. Who are they?
The Honghua Hotel used to be independent. In the past, we had to deal with local police for protection. And because we ran a clean and safe business, they looked the other way. But then, things changed.
What happened?
Bell Tower become the police in Lower Hansa, and they not care to help us. So, a drug lord came in with all his men and took control. Things has never been the same, and we cannot do anything about it.
Okay, I'll help your friend.
Thank you. I knew I was right about you, Mr.
Jensen.
Mr. Jensen. I fear this little time. You must find Ning before they leash her with augments.
Leash her?
Yes, they call it that. They leash their girls with augments to keep them under control by supplying neuropozyne. I do not know where they keep Ning, just that it is somewhere in Dagong district.
A specific location would help.
I tell you, I do not have one. But there is a bouncer here, Chuan Li. He works with these people. He will know where Ning is. He goes to the roof to smoke often. Look for him there. You might be able to convince him to reveal the place.
Anything else you can give me?
Yes. The men holding Ning. They most likely work with local triad gang here, the Harvesters. If you look for some of them around, maybe you find Ning better.
Got it.